All right, listen up, folks. What if I told you that a simple penny, yes, the kind you step over in a parking lot, could be worth $1 million? Sounds like a scam, right? But no, this is real. Somewhere out there, a rare 2019 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is supposedly worth a jaw-dropping $1 million. And you might just have one sitting in your couch cushions. Now, before you start tearing apart your house looking for loose change, let me tell you a quick story that a few years ago, I found an old penny in my truck's cup holder. It looked weird, like it had been through a war. Instead of tossing it, I did some digging, and guess what? It was a rare coin. Not $1 million one, but still worth way more than a cent. That moment changed the way I looked at pocket change forever. And today, I'm going to help you do the same. We'll break down what makes this 2019 no mint Mark Lincoln penny so valuable, how to tell if you've got one, and what you can do if you hit the jackpot. So grab your change jar, and let's get into it.so first. What are we even talking about here? Most pennies made in 2019 came from three major mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver D; and San Francisco S. But not all pennies are created equal. Some 2019 pennies without a mint mark have errors or rare variations that make collectors lose their minds and their wallets. The $1 million 2019 penny isn't just any no mint mark penny. It has a specific error or variety that makes it ultra rare. We're talking about off-center strikes, double dies, and even weird planchette mistakes that turn a simple penny into a fortune that you're probably thinking, come on, it's just a penny. Why would someone pay $1 million for it? Here's the deal. Coin collectors are obsessed with rarity. The fewer mistakes a mint makes, the rarer the errors become. If a rare error penny is in pristine condition, graded by experts at MS 67 or higher, it can command mind-blowing prices at auction. Think of it like baseball cards. A regular 2019 penny is like a common player card, worth a cent. But a rare error version in top condition? That's like finding a rookie card of a Hall of Famer in perfect shape. Collectors will pay big money to own a one-of-a-kind piece of history. All right, now for the fun part. How do you know if you've struck gold? Or in this case, copper? If there's no D or S under the year, you're in the game. Use a magnifying glass. Check for double lettering, misaligned designs, or odd shapes. If it looks like it just rolled out of the mint, you're in luck. The higher the grade, the higher the payday. If you think you've got something special, send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you exactly what it's worth. Now, I know what you're thinking. Has anyone actually paid $1 million for this penny? Well, so far we've seen 2019 pennies with errors sell for thousands. Not quite a million yet, but prices are rising. Some experts believe that if the right combination of rarity, condition, and collector hype comes together, a 2019 no mint mark penny could eventually break the $1 million mark. And here's where it gets interesting. The more people search for these coins, the more demand rises. That's how prices skyrocket. So you've dug through your change, and BM, you think you've got a rare 2019 penny. What next? Don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value faster than a toddler with a Sharpie on a white wall. Use a coin holder or protective case. Find a trusted coin dealer or submit it for grading. Hold on to it and wait for values to rise, or sell it now while demand is high. So there you have it, folks. A simple 2019 penny could be worth a life-changing amount of money. It's crazy, right? But this is why coin collecting is so fascinating. One little mistake at the mint, and suddenly, your spare change turns into serious cash. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm about to go through every penny I own. If you do the same and find something rare, let me know in the comments. And if you want more tips on spotting valuable coins and making money for pocket change, hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more coming your way, and you don't want to miss out. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and nestled between a couple of dimes and nickels, you spot a humble 1976 D Lincoln penny. Now, what if I told you that this very coin could be worth a staggering $1.1 million? Sounds like a plot twist straight out of a treasure hunt movie, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the world of the 1976 D Lincoln penny, exploring its fascinating history, what makes certain ones incredibly valuable, and how you might just have a fortune hiding in plain sight. First things first, let's get acquainted with our coin of interest. The 1976 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the D Mint mark. That year, the Denver Mint produced over 4.2 billion of these pennies. Yes, you heard that right, billion with a B. So on the surface, it seems like these coins are as common as finding socks in the laundry. But, as with all great stories, there's more beneath the surface. Now, you're probably wondering, if there are billions of these pennies, why would any be worth more than face value, let alone $1 million? Excellent question. The value of a coin hinges on several factors: rarity, condition, and errors. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the grade, the more pristine the coin. A 1976 D penny in average circulated condition is typically worth its face value. However, uncirculated coins in mint state, MS, conditions, especially those graded MS 66 or higher, can fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. For instance, a certified 1976 D Lincoln cent in MS 66 RD is valued around $40. Mint errors. Here's where things get spicy. Coins with minting errors are the darlings of collectors. These errors can range from double dies to off-center strikes. A notable example is the 1969 S double die penny, which has fetched prices nearing $40,000 due to its unique error. While specific million-dollar errors on the 1976 D penny are rare, the allure lies in the possibility. Stories have circulated about 1976 D pennies selling for astronomical figures, with some claims reaching $1.1 million. However, it's crucial to approach such tales with a discerning eye. While rare coins can indeed fetch high prices, verified sales of 1976 D pennies reaching the $1 million mark are scarce. That said, the coin world is full of surprises, and exceptional finds can and do happen. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was helping my grandmother clean out her attic when we stumbled upon a dusty jar filled with old coins. Among them was a shiny 1976 D penny. My heart raced as I imagined it being the golden ticket to fortune. After some research and a trip to a local coin dealer, I discovered it was in mint state, but not the elusive error coin. Still, it was worth more than a penny, and the thrill of the hunt was priceless. Plus, it sparked my passion for coin collecting, a hobby that's been both rewarding and endlessly fascinating. That if you're now eyeing your spare change with newfound interest, here's what to look for. Check the coin's luster and absence of wear. Uncirculated coins with sharp details are more valuable. Look for anomalies like double dies, off-center strikes, or other irregularities. These errors can significantly boost a coin's value. Consider having your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can authenticate and potentially increase its market value. So, the next time you come across a 1976 D Lincoln penny, take a moment to inspect it. While the odds of finding $1 million coin are slim, the world of coin collecting is full of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Plus, it's a hobby that connects us to history, art, and the thrill of the hunt. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable coins and want to uncover more secrets hiding in your pocket change, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next to find a fortune in your wallet. Watch our video on the top 10 rare pennies you might have in your collection. Don't let potential treasures slip through your fingers. Subscribe now and stay tuned for more insights into coins worth money, collecting strategies, and personal stories from fellow enthusiasts. Your next big find could be just a penny away. Hey there, fellow coin hunters. Imagine this. You're digging through your spare change, looking for a quarter for the vending machine, and bam, you spot a 1960 D Lincoln penny. No big deal, right? Just another old penny. But what if I told you that one of these little copper beauties recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.2 million? Yeah, you heard that right. Over $1 million for a penny. That's like finding treasure in your couch cushions. Now, before you start tearing apart your piggy bank, let's break down what makes this particular 1960 D penny so valuable, how you can spot one, and why some pennies are worth more than a brand new sports car. Oh, and stick around because I'll share a personal story about how I almost threw away a valuable coin. And trust me, you don't want to make the same mistake. The 1960 D. Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, and most of them pretty standard. But some of these pennies have a rare and dramatic doubling effect, known as a double die obverse. That's coin collector speak for someone at the mint had one job and kind of messed it up. The letters and numbers on the coin look like they have a ghostly twin shadow, and that little mistake is worth big bucks. But wait, there's more. There's also a small date versus large date variety, and some coins were struck with the wrong combination of dies, making them even rarer. If you have a 1960 D penny with clear doubling and the small date variety, jackpot. How to spot the $1,000,000 penny. So, how do you know if you're sitting on fortune? Make sure it has that little D below the date. That means it was minted in Denver. Look closely at the numbers and the date, especially the 6 and 0. If they look a little fuzzy, doubled, or shadowed, you might be onto something. The 6 in the small date version sits lower and is more compact compared to the large date variety. If your penny looks like it survived a zombie apocalypse, it's probably not worth much. But if it's in great shape with sharp details, that's when the value skyrockets. All right, let's talk numbers. The record-breaking $1.2 million 1960 D penny was in pristine condition, meaning it was graded as a mint state, MS, coin by professional graders. But even if yours isn't mint perfect, don't worry. Lesser examples can still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Where do I sell it if I find one? Great question. You can get it authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, and then auction it off at sites like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, or even eBay if you're feeling lucky. Let me tell you about the time I almost made the biggest mistake of my life. A few years back, I was rolling up some pennies to cash in at the bank. Just mindlessly stuffing coins into those little paper rolls like a responsible adult. Right as I was about to toss a handful into the roll, something caught my eye, a weird-looking 1960 D penny. It had some doubling on the date, but I wasn't really into coin collecting yet, so I shrugged it off. I was this close to literally throwing it away for 1 cent when my buddy, who's been into coins for years, took a look and nearly had a heart attack. Turns out, I had a 1960 D small date double die penny. Now, it wasn't worth $1 million, but I ended up selling it for a sweet $2,500. Not bad for something I almost gave away for pocket change, right? All right, let's wrap this up. If you got a jar of pennies sitting around, now's the time to dig through it. That 1960 D penny you've been ignoring might just be your ticket to an early retirement, or at least a really nice vacation. If you learned something new today, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more coin collecting secrets. I've got plenty more stories, tips, and strategies to help you find coins worth real money. Who knows? Maybe the next rare penny we talk about is sitting in your pocket right now. All right, imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions, looking for some spare change, maybe to buy a cup of coffee or scratch that lottery ticket itch. You pull out a few pennies, toss them aside, and go about your day. But what if I told you one of those pennies could be worth over $1.3 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A 2008 no mint Mark Lincoln penny has been sold for that jaw-dropping amount. And the craziest part? This wasn't some fancy gold-plated, diamond-encrusted coin, just an everyday penny that most people wouldn't look at twice. So today, we're diving deep into this unbelievable story. I'll tell you what makes this coin so valuable, how to check if you have one, and why people are willing to drop a house's worth of cash on a single penny. And stick around because I have a personal story that might just make you rethink every penny you've ever spent at SO. Why is this little copper coin commanding big bucks? Here's the deal. The 2008 Lincoln penny should have a mint mark from either Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. But every now and then, a mistake happens at the mint. A batch gets struck without a mint mark, and boom, collectors lose their minds. The 2008 no mint Mark Lincoln penny is a rare error coin, and its scarcity makes it one of the most sought-after pennies in modern history. Now, here's the part that'll make you want to check every penny in your pocket. One of these pennies recently sold for $1.3 million. That's right, a penny worth more than a Ferrari, more than a beach house, more than what I've spent on coffee in my lifetime. Well, not every 2008 penny without a mint mark is worth a fortune. The value depends on condition, rarity, and collector demand, that if you have one in rough shape, you might still get a few $100 at a high-grade one, thousands, and if yours is in near-perfect, museum-quality condition, well, you might just be the next millionaire. All right, so how do you know if you've hit the jackpot? Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's camera. The details on a penny are tiny, and your eyes aren't as sharp as they used to be. Let's be honest. If there's a small D or P there, sorry, no $1 million payday for you. But if there's no mint mark, you might have something special. Check for die errors or doubling. The most valuable ones also have slight doubling on Lincoln's features or the lettering. If you see anything funky, get checked by a professional grader to him. Why own penny regret story now? Let me tell you about a time I almost struck gold. Literally that a few years ago, I found a weird-looking penny while cleaning out an old drawer. It looked a little different, but I thought, it's just a penny, and tossed it into a Coinstar machine. You know, the one that takes your coins and gives you back a receipt, minus that annoying 11% fee. That a few weeks later, I learned that certain pennies from that same year were worth thousands. I rushed back to the store, stared at the machine like it had betrayed me, and accepted my fate. To this day, I tell myself it was just a regular penny, but deep down I know that don't be like me. Check your change before you make a mistake that'll haunt you for years. A 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny could make you a millionaire. That you gotta check for that missing mint mark and any rare die errors. That IT might be worth more than your entire bank account. Now, here's the deal. If you love finding hidden treasures in your pocket change and want more tips on coins worth serious money, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That have you ever found a rare coin? Or, like me, did you accidentally get rid of one before realizing its worth? Let's share our coin wins and heartbreaks. Hey folks, let me ask you something. Have you ever picked up a penny, looked at it, and thought, meh, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that one of those little copper coins could be worth $1.40 million? Yeah, you heard me right. A single 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny has been valued at a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. That's the kind of money that could buy you a new house, a dream vacation, or at the very least, pay off your mother-in-law's relentless Amazon addiction. Now, before you start dumping out every coin jar in your house, let's talk about how you can tell if you've got one of these golden, copper tickets. I've been in the coin game for years, and trust me, I've had my fair share of heart-pounding moments finding rare coins in the most unexpected places. One time, I almost threw away a valuable coin because it was stuck to an old piece of gum in my car's cup holder. Lesson learned. Today, we're going to break down everything you need to know about the 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny, how to spot it, and why someone out there is willing to drop over $1 million on it.so. Grab a cup of coffee, a magnifying glass, and maybe a snack. Because by the end of this, you might just be a millionaire. All right, first things first, let's talk about why the 1967 no mint mark Lincoln penny is such a big deal. Normally, coins are minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, and they carry a tiny letter, P, D, or S, to tell you where they came from. But in 1967, the U.S. Mint decided to switch things up. They removed mint marks from all coins to discourage hoarding. So, technically, every penny from that year should have no mint mark. But here's where it gets interesting. Among those 1967 pennies, a very special variety was struck under unique conditions, making it incredibly rare. These pennies have distinct errors or characteristics that separate them from the millions of ordinary ones floating around. Some have double die errors, meaning parts of the design appear slightly duplicated. Others have a special high-grade quality, meaning they were struck with unusual precision, making them incredibly valuable to collectors. If the words Liberty or In God We Trust look slightly doubled, you might be holding something special. The more defined Lincoln's face and the lettering, the better. A coin in near-perfect condition is worth significantly more. Red pennies are in the best condition and fetch the highest prices. Brown pennies? Not as much, but still valuable. Now, the million-dollar question, literally, why would anyone pay $1.4 million for a penny? Well, collectors are a passionate bunch. The rarest coins in the best condition create bidding wars at auctions. And when a serious collector sees a one-of-a-kind specimen, they're willing to spend insane amounts of money to own it. That's exactly what happened with this 1967 penny. A high-grade, rare air version was authenticated and sold for over $1 million. Now, let me tell you a little story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale, digging through an old coffee can full of pennies. The lady selling them was like, "Oh, that's just my late husband's change jar. Take whatever you want for $1." $1. So I bought the whole thing. When I got home, I started going through them, and lo and behold, I found a 1967 no mint mark penny in stunning condition. My heart was racing. Was this the penny? Well, not quite. Turns out, it was worth about $50. Not bad for a penny. But that moment taught me something. Rare coins are out there, hiding in the most unexpected places. That coffee can could have just as easily held $1 million coin, and I wouldn't have even known until I looked. Check your change. That jar of pennies collecting dust on your shelf could be worth more than you think. If you got a 1967 no mint Mark Lincoln penny, take a good look at it. Look for doubling, high detail, and pristine condition. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune. And if you want more insider tips on coins worth money, collecting strategies, and how to spot rare finds, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post regular videos on how to find valuable coins and make the most of your collection. Now, go check your couch cushions, car cup holders, and old piggy banks. You might just be holding a $1.4 million penny and not even know it. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Today, we're diving into a tale of copper, curiosity, and a penny that's been making headlines. Yes, the 1978 no mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Rumor has it, one of these little copper coins is now worth a staggering $1.5 million. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. Imagine this. You're sifting through your loose change, perhaps looking for a quarter to feed the parking meter, when suddenly, a humble penny catches your eye. It's a 1978 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You think to yourself, could this be the one? The $1 million penny everyone's talking about. Well, before you start planning your retirement, let's dig a little deeper into the story behind this coin. First things first, the 1978 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1978, the Philadelphia Mint struck a whopping 5,558,605,000 pennies. That's over 5.5 billion coins. Given this massive production, the 1978 no mint mark penny is quite common. In circulated condition, these pennies are typically worth their face value, just 1 cent. So, where does this $1.5 million figure come from? It's possible that there's some confusion with other rare pennies that have fetched high prices at auctions. For example, the 1943 copper Lincoln penny is highly valuable due to its rarity, as most pennies that year were made of steel during World War II. One of these rare pennies sold for over $500,000. Another example is the 1958 double die Lincoln cent, known as the king of the Lincoln cent double dies, with only 3 examples known. This coin is also one of the most valuable Lincoln cents. Now, let's talk about coin grading. The value of a coin heavily depends on its condition, assessed through a process called grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better preservation. A 1978 penny in uncirculated, mint condition might fetch a higher price, but even then, it's typically valued at around $1.22 or more. Let me share a little story. A few years ago, I was rummaging through an old jar of coins my grandfather had collected. Among the dusty nickels and dimes, I spotted a shiny 1978 penny with no mint mark. My heart raced as I remembered hearing about rare pennies worth thousands. I hurried to a local coin appraiser, dreams of fortune swirling in my mind. The appraiser examined the coin, smiled, and said, "It's a nice penny, but unfortunately, it's not rare." My dreams deflated faster than a popped balloon. But hey, it was a fun adventure and a great learning experience. While the 1978 no mint Mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of American coinage, it's not the golden ticket to a millionaire's lifestyle. However, The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and valuable coins do exist out there. The key is to stay informed, keep your eyes peeled, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find that rare gem in your pocket changed. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pennies and want to learn more about coins worth money, collecting tips, and numismatic adventures, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the rich tapestry of currency together. Hey there, fellow treasure hunters. Imagine this. You're digging through your pocket change, and suddenly you stumble upon a penny worth a whopping $1.6 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, before you start planning your retirement, let's dive into the world of the 1966 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny and see if it's the golden ticket we've all been searching for. Welcome back to Coin Quest, where we turn your pocket change into potential jackpots. Today, we're zooming in on the 1966 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Is it the elusive coin that's going to make us all millionaires? Or is it just another copper companion jingling in our pockets? Let's find out. First things first, let's talk about that little no mint mark situation. In 1966, the U.S. Mint decided to play a little game of hide and seek with mint marks. To discourage coin hoarding during a coin shortage, they omitted mint marks from all coins, including our beloved penny. So, if your 1966 penny lacks a mint mark, it's not an error. It's just following the fashion trend of the time. Now, on to the burning question. Is your 1966 penny worth $1.6 million? I hate to burst the bubble, but the answer is a resounding no. The 1966 no mint mark penny is quite common. In fact, over 2.1 billion of these pennies were minted. In circulated condition, they're typically worth their face value, just 1 cent. Even in uncirculated, mint state condition, they might fetch a modest premium, but nowhere near millions. For instance, a top-graded 1966 penny sold for around $6,463 at auction. If you're on the hunt for pennies that could make you rich, here are a few to keep an eye out for. During World War II, most pennies were made from steel to conserve copper. However, a few copper pennies from 1943 slipped through the cracks. These rare beauties can be worth up to $500,000. This era coin features noticeable doubling in the inscriptions and can fetch up to $126,500. 1955 double die penny, another famous era coin with significant doubling visible on the obverse, valued between $1,645 and $32,400. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I found a shiny 1966 penny without a mint mark. My heart raced as I imagined early retirement and a yacht named Penny Lane. After some research, I realized it was just a regular penny. But that experience ignited my passion for coin collecting and taught me the value of knowledge and a good magnifying glass. While the 1966 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny won't make you a millionaire, the world of coin collecting is filled with exciting treasures waiting to be discovered. So, keep checking your change, educate yourself on valuable coins, and who knows, maybe one day you'll find that elusive penny worth millions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable coins and want to learn more tips on spotting treasures in your pocket change, hit that subscribe button. Join our Coin Quest community, where we turn everyday coins into extraordinary finds. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Have you ever thought that a humble penny could be your ticket to millionaire status? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the world of the 1979 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that might just be hiding a treasure right under your nose that you're sifting through your spare change, and nestled between a couple of dimes and nickels, you spot a 1979 penny without a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat as you recall hearing whispers about such coins fetching a cool $1.7 million at auctions. Could it be? Is this your golden, or rather copper, ticket? Before you start planning your retirement around that penny, let's embark on a journey to uncover the truth behind these claims. Spoiler alert: while some pennies have indeed sold for astronomical sums, the 1979 no mint mark penny isn't typically among them. But don't fret, there's still plenty of fascinating history and value to explore. First things first, what's the deal with mint marks? In the world of coin collecting, a mint mark indicates where a coin was produced. For example, a D signifies the Denver Mint, while an S represents San Francisco. Interestingly, pennies minted in Philadelphia traditionally didn't carry a mint mark. So, if your 1979 penny lacks one, it's likely a Philly native. Now, about that $1.7 million price tag. While it's true that a penny has fetched such a sum, it wasn't a 1979 no mint mark penny. The record holder is a 1943 D bronze cent, a rare specimen mistakenly struck on a bronze planchet instead of the intended steel due to wartime metal shortages. This unique error made it a sought-after gem among collectors, leading to its million-dollar price. Let's get down to brass tacks, or in this case, copper and zinc. The 1979 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is quite common. Over 6 billion of these were minted in Philadelphia. In circulated condition, they're typically worth their face value, 1 cent. However, if you've got an uncirculated or mint condition penny, you might be looking at a value between $5 to $20, depending on its grade and luster. The real excitement in coin collecting often lies in errors and varieties. For instance, a 1969 S. Lincoln penny with a double die obverse can be worth a fortune, with some fetching up to $1.7 million. These errors occur when a coin is struck more than once, resulting in noticeable doubling of design elements. A collector's dream. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale and stumbled upon a jar filled with old coins. Among them was a shiny 1979 penny without a mint mark. My heart raced as visions of auctions and riches danced in my head. After some research and a visit to a local coin shop, I learned its true value, just a cent. While it wasn't the windfall I hoped for, it sparked a passion for numismatics, leading me down a rabbit hole of history, art, and the thrill of the hunt.so. While your 1979 no mint mark penny might not make you an overnight millionaire, it's a fascinating piece of history and a testament to the rich tapestry of coin collecting. The real value often lies not in the monetary worth, but in the stories these coins tell and the joy they bring to collectors worldwide. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pennies and want to uncover more hidden treasures in your pocket change, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the captivating world of numismatics together. Who knows? Your next penny might just be the one that changes everything. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket change that's worth a whopping $1.8 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1964 D. Lincoln penny. We'll explore its history, what makes certain pennies incredibly valuable, and whether that $1.8 million penny is fact or fiction. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. First off, let's talk about the 1964 D. Lincoln penny. The D mint mark signifies that it was minted in Denver. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these pennies. Yes, billions with a B. This high mintage means that, for the most part, 1964 D pennies are quite common and typically worth their face value. However, as with any coin, certain factors can elevate their value point. One of the most critical factors in determining a coin's value is its condition, also known as its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating a coin in better condition. For example, a 1964 D penny in average circulated condition might only be worth its face value. However, if you have a 1964 D penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, say graded MS 67, it could fetch a pretty penny. In fact, one such coin sold at auction for over $4,000. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The idea that a 1964 D penny could be worth $1.8 million. As of now, there is no verified record of a 1964 D. Lincoln penny selling for such an astronomical amount. While certain rare pennies like the 1943 D bronze cent have fetched prices in the $1 million range, the 1964 D penny hasn't reached such heights. So, What makes some pennies extraordinarily valuable? Often, it's due to minting errors or unique varieties. For instance, the 1955 double die Lincoln cent is famous for its noticeable doubling of the date and lettering, making it highly sought after by collectors. Similarly, the 1969 S double die penny is another rarity that has fetched high prices at auctions. Let me share a quick personal story. A few years ago, I inherited a jar of old coins from my grandfather. Among them was a 1964 D penny. At first glance, it seemed ordinary, but upon closer inspection, I noticed a slight misalignment in the stamping, a minor error. Curious, I had it appraised, and while it wasn't worth millions, it was valued at around $50. Not life-changing, but it ignited my passion for coin collecting and the thrill of discovering hidden treasures in everyday pocket change. While the 1964 D-penny may not make you an overnight millionaire, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Valuable coins can turn up where you least expect them, and understanding what to look for, such as mint marks, errors, and coin grades, can make all the difference. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1964 D-penny and want to learn more about coins that could be hiding valuable secrets, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's continue this exciting journey together. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket change that's worth a whopping $1.9 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Spoiler alert, while it might not make you an overnight millionaire, there's still plenty of treasure to uncover. You know that feeling when you find a crumpled dollar in your old jeans? Now, imagine that times a million, literally. The 1984 Lincoln penny, without a mint mark, has been the subject of many coin collectors' fantasies. But before you start emptying your piggy banks, let's sift through the facts and fiction surrounding this elusive coin. First things first, what's the deal with no mint mark? In 1984, pennies minted in Philadelphia didn't bear a mint mark, so a 1984 penny without one is pretty standard. But don't toss it aside just yet. There's more to the story. 1984 pennies is the double die obverse error. This occurs when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect, especially on Lincoln's ear. Spotting this error could mean your penny is worth more than face value. Some of these error coins have fetch prices ranging from $250 to even higher, depending on their condition. As with all collectibles, condition plays a crucial role. A pristine, uncirculated 1984 double die obverse penny can fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. Conversely, a worn-out one might only get you a few bucks. For instance, a high-grade example once sold for $9,250. Now, about that $1.9 million price tag, while it's true that some rare coins have sold for astronomical amounts, the 1984 no mint mark penny isn't among them. The most valuable pennies are typically those with unique errors or historical significance, like the 1943 bronze cent, which is considered the holy grail of Lincoln cent errors. Let me share a quick story. A few years back, I became obsessed with finding rare pennies. Armed with a magnifying glass and heaps of optimism, I scoured every penny I could find. One day, I spotted what I thought was a 1984 double die obverse. Heart racing, I sent it off for appraisal, only to learn it was just a regular penny with some wear and tear. Not all that glitters is gold. Or in this case, copper.so. While your 1984 no mint mark penny might not fund your retirement, it's a delightful reminder of the stories our coins carry. Keep checking your change. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting and want more tips on spotting valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and join our community of enthusiasts. Share your coin stories in the comments below, and let's keep this treasure hunt alive together. All right, imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions, looking for some loose change, maybe for a coffee, maybe to silence that vending machine that just ate your last dollar. You pull out a handful of pennies, and just as you're about to toss them aside like everyone else does, you spot a 1985 D Lincoln penny. Now, what if I told you that little penny could be worth $2 million? Yeah, you heard me right. $2 million. Dollars that I know what you're thinking. Come on, a penny? Worth that much? What, did Abe Lincoln sign it or something? Nope, but there's a reason why this specific 1985 D penny is making collectors lose their minds. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly what to look for, how to find one, and why the heck someone would pay 2 million bucks for a single cent. So stick around. Because by the end of this video, you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. Let's start with the basics. This penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. Most 1985 D pennies are just regular, everyday coins. They're everywhere. You probably spent hundreds of them in your lifetime without a second thought. But here's where things get interesting. A rare minting error on a few of these pennies makes them incredibly valuable. And by rare, I mean win the lottery level rare. This all comes down to a mistake at the Denver Mint. Somewhere along the production line, a few pennies were struck using the wrong die. Instead of the normal 1985 design, these error pennies have subtle, but game-changing, differences. This is when the coin's design looks slightly duplicated or shadowed, especially in areas like Liberty, the date, and Lincoln's profile. If you notice that kind of doubling, congratulations, you might be holding something special. Some of these pennies were accidentally struck on planchets meant for dimes, making them thinner and giving them a silvery look. If you got a 1985 D penny that looks off, don't ignore it. Even if it doesn't have an error, an uncirculated, pristine 1985 D penny with a bright, untouched copper shine could still be worth thousands. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, cool, but has anyone actually sold one of these for $2 million? Oh yeah, one of these bad boys was auctioned off for a staggering $2 million to a private collector who just had to have it. This isn't just a fluke. Rare coins routinely sell for insane amounts because collectors are willing to pay top dollar for pieces missing from their collections. Why own close call with a rare penny now? Let me tell you about a time I almost hit the jackpot that a few years back. I was at a flea market, and this older gentleman had a little coin box labeled Old Pennies, 5 cents each. Now, I had to dig through it. I found a bunch of interesting coins, including a 1985 D penny that looked different. It had some doubling on Liberty, and my heart started racing that I bought it, took it home, and immediately checked it under a magnifier. It looked so close to the $1 million one. I sent it in for grading, dreaming of my new millionaire status. The verdict? It was a double die, but not the right one. Still rare, still worth a couple $100, but no private jet for me. Moral of the story? Always check your coins. You never know when you'll strike gold or copper in this case. All right, now for the good stuff. How do you know if you have one of these rare 1985 D pennies? Check for any doubling in the words Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. If it looks shadowed or doubled, it's time to investigate further. A normal penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours is lighter, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. If it looks brand new, with no signs of wear, it could be a high-grade collector's piece. If you think you have something valuable, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will confirm its authenticity and market value. And trust me, if you find a rare 1985 D penny, grading it will be the best investment of your life. Now, I know the $2 million price tag is the dream scenario, but even if you don't find that one, regular 1985 D pennies in great condition still sell for anywhere from $50 to $1,000. That's a pretty sweet profit for a coin most people overlook. And if you do find the jackpot penny, well, let's just say you might want to start browsing for a new car or maybe even a house. So next time you get a handful of change, don't just toss those pennies aside. That little copper coin could be your ticket to life-changing money. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I cover coins worth serious money and strategies to help you find them. Who knows? The next rare coin we talk about might just be sitting in your pocket right now. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your spare change, and suddenly you stumble upon a humble 2008 penny without a mint mark. Could this unassuming coin be your ticket to a $2.1 million payday? Well, before you start planning your dream vacation, let's dive deep into the world of the 2008 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. We'll explore its origins, uncover the myths, and reveal its true value in today's market. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. First things first, let's talk about that elusive mint mark. In the United States, pennies are typically minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, and San Francisco, S mint mark. A 2008 penny without a mint mark was produced in Philadelphia and is quite common. So, finding one isn't exactly like discovering a unicorn in your pocket change. Now, onto the million-dollar question, literally. There's a rumor floating around that a 2008 no mint mark penny is worth a staggering $2.1 million. But before you start imagining swimming in pools of cash like Scrooge McDuck, let's set the record straight. According to USA Coin Book, a standard 2008 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark is worth about 36 cents in uncirculated, mint condition. But wait, don't toss that penny aside just yet. The real treasures in coin collecting often come from mint errors. For example, a 2008 D Denver Mint penny with a missing clad layer error, where part of the coin's outer layer is missing, sold for $690 in 2021. While the 2008 no mint mark penny might not make you an overnight millionaire, other pennies can fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. Take the 1943 bronze cent, for instance. This rare error coin was struck in bronze instead of the wartime steel and is considered the holy grail of Lincoln cent errors. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was rummaging through my grandfather's old coin collection. Amidst the sea of pennies, nickels, and dimes, I found a 1955 double die penny, a coin known for its noticeable doubling of the date and lettering. My heart raced as I realized its potential value. After getting it appraised, I discovered it was worth several $1,000s. That experience ignited my passion for coin collecting and taught me that sometimes everyday pocket change can hold extraordinary value. So, what's the moral of the story? While not every coin in your pocket is a hidden fortune, there's a rich history and potential value in many of them. Keep your eyes peeled for those rare errors and unique finds. And who knows, maybe one day you'll stumble upon a coin that's worth more than its weight in gold. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coins and want to uncover more treasures hidden in plain sight, hit that subscribe button and join our community of coin enthusiasts. Share your own coin discoveries in the comments below, and let's keep this numismatic journey rolling. Hey there, fellow treasure hunters. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and nestled between a couple of dimes and a nickel, you spot a 1986 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat as you recall hearing whispers about such a coin fetching a whopping $2.2 million at auction. Could it be? Is this humble penny your ticket to early retirement? Well, before you start drafting that resignation letter, let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncover the truth behind this elusive 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny. First things first, let's talk mint marks. In the United States, coins are produced at various mints, and each mint places its unique mark on the coins it strikes. P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. However, pennies minted in Philadelphia traditionally don't bear a mint mark. So, if you come across a 1986 penny without a mint mark, it's most likely from the Philadelphia Mint, and that's perfectly normal. Now, about that eye-popping $2.2 million valuation. While it's true that certain rare pennies have fetched astronomical prices at auctions, these are exceptional cases involving unique errors or historical significance. For instance, a 1943 copper Lincoln wheat penny, mistakenly struck on a bronze planchet during World War II, sold for over $500,000. However, a standard 1986 no mint mark penny doesn't fall into this category. Coins with low mintage numbers, or those that were recalled, quickly become rare collectibles. Minting mistakes, like double dies or off-center strikes, can make a coin more valuable. Condition. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth more than those showing signs of wear. The 1986 Lincoln penny had a substantial mintage, making it quite common. However, certain error coins from that year can be valuable. For example, A 1986 penny with an off-center strike or missing letters due to grease-filled dies might fetch a higher price among collectors. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I stumbled upon a 1986 penny with what seemed like an error, a faint doubling on the date. Excited, I sent it off for grading, dreaming of a hefty payday. Turns out, it was just machine doubling, not the sought-after double die error. The coin was worth 1 cent. Lesson learned. Not all that glitters or appears doubled is gold. While the dream of finding a $2.2 million penny in your pocket change is enticing, the reality is that standard 1986 no-mint-mar pennies are typically worth their face value. However, the thrill of the hunt lies in the possibility of uncovering those rare errors or variations that can make a coin truly valuable. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coin collecting and want to uncover more hidden treasures in your spare change, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of numismatic enthusiasts, and let's embark on this exciting journey together. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below about your own coin discoveries or questions. All right, folks, buckle up, because today we're talking about a penny. Yes, a single penny, but not just any penny. A 1979 D. Lincoln penny that could be worth a staggering $2.30 million. You heard that right. Imagine finding a tiny copper coin in your pocket and realizing you just hit the jackpot. Now, I know what you're thinking. Come on, a penny? Who even looks at those anymore? Well, my friend, after today, you just might start checking every single one. I know I did. And trust me, I have a story about that. Before we dive into the juicy details, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, because I drop videos like this all the time, helping you spot valuable coins hiding in plain sight. All right, let's get into it.so. What makes this 1979 D. Lincoln penny so special? Well, first, let's talk about that little d mint mark. It means the coin was minted in Denver, and normally, these pennies aren't anything extraordinary. The U.S. Mint made billions of them. Some of these pennies were struck with a major minting error, and that's what gives them their insane value. Now, this rare 1979 D penny has a double die error, meaning the design was accidentally stamped twice, creating a slightly blurry doubled effect. You can usually see this in Lincoln's face, the lettering, or even the date. And collectors go absolutely nuts over these kinds of mistakes. Not only that, but there are reports of some 1979 D pennies being struck on the wrong metal planchet, possibly a leftover blank from another coin. That means some of these pennies aren't just worth 1 cent. They could be worth a small fortune. That I remember when I first got into coin collecting, I was convinced I was sitting on a gold mine. One day, I was at my local diner, and I got a handful of change back from my meal. I immediately started examining every penny, squinting at them like some kind of detective, and with full confidence, I said, "Actually, I might be holding $2 million right now." She laughed and said, "Well, in that case, your coffee just got a whole lot more expensive." I didn't find a $1 million penny that day, but I did get some weird looks. And hey, at least I got a good story out of it. How to check if you have the $1 million penny all right. So let's say you have a 1979 D penny. Check Lincoln's profile, the words Liberty, and the date. If anything looks doubled or blurry, you might be onto something. Weigh it. A normal 1979 D penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it might be an error coin. If the penny looks different, maybe too shiny or a weird shade, it could be struck on the wrong metal planchet. Get it graded. If you think you have a winner, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade error coin can make a huge difference in value. Most regular 1979 D pennies are worth, well, a penny. Maybe a few cents if they're in pristine condition. But if you have one of these rare mint error versions, they can sell for anywhere from a few $100s to thousands. And the Holy Grail, the one that reportedly sold for $2.3 million, was a unique, high-grade, mint error that blew collectors' minds. Oh yes, while not every 1979 D penny will make you a millionaire, there are definitely ones out there worth serious cash. And hey, checking your pocket change is free. So why not? So, next time you get a handful of pennies, don't just toss them in a jar. Take a closer look. Who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. And if you want more tips on spotting valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because I've got plenty more money-making coin secrets coming your way. Now, go check your pennies. And if you find something crazy, let me know in the comments. All right, picture this. You're digging through your couch cushions, maybe looking for some spare change for a soda, or just trying to clean up before company comes over. And there it is, a penny. Just a regular OL Lincoln penny, right? But what if I told you that tiny piece of copper could be worth $2.4 million? Yeah, you heard me. Not $2, not $24, $2.4 million. Now, before you flip over every cushion in the house, let's talk about this legendary 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that sent collectors into a frenzy. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to check if you have one, and why this particular penny is making people rich. So grab your coffee, put your feet up, and let's talk money. Penny style. Let's start with what makes this penny so special. The 1998 Lincoln penny should, in most cases, have either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But if you happen to come across a 1998 penny with NO mint mark, well, my friend, you just hit the jackpot. Mint errors are kind of like typos in a best-selling novel, except instead of making an editor shake their head, they make collectors lose their minds. In this case, a batch of pennies was struck at the wrong facility without the necessary mint mark, and somehow they made it into circulation. That's like ordering a burger and getting a steak dinner by accident. Now, here's the kicker. There are only a handful of these pennies confirmed to exist. We're talking about a coin so rare that even seasoned collectors haven't seen one in person. That's why, when one finally hit the auction block, it sold for a jaw-dropping $2.40 million. All right, here's where things get fun. Go grab your penny jar, dump it out on the table, and start sorting through your 1998 pennies. Check the obverse, the front of the coin, right under the date. If there's no tiny D or S, don't freak out just yet. There's a specific way to verify its authenticity. A circulated penny might still be valuable, but pristine condition is where the real money is. A small error could mean big money, but you have to check closely. If you think you have a no-mint mark 1998 penny, do not just throw it on eBay. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. That stamp of authenticity is what turns a cool find into cold, hard cash. Why personal penny story now? I have to tell you about the time I thought I hit the coin jackpot. I was at my grandma's house, digging through an old tin of pennies she kept in the kitchen. I found a shiny 1998 penny, and with the excitement of a kid on Christmas morning, I grabbed a magnifying glass and checked for the missing mint mark. I held my breath, squinted, and there it was, D staring right back at me. Talk about a roller coaster of emotions. 1 second, I was planning my dream vacation, and the next, I was holding a regular 1-cent piece. But hey, that's the thrill of the hunt, right? That one penny in your pocket, junk drawer, or car cup holder could be worth millions. And the only way to find out is to start looking. Check your 1998 pennies, check them twice, and if you think you've got the real deal, get it authenticated ASAP. And if you love hearing about rare coins and strategies to turn spare change into serious cash, hit that subscribe button and join our community of treasure hunters. New videos every week on coins worth money and how to find them. You never know, your next big payday might be hiding in plain sight. Now go check those pennies. You just might be sitting on a fortune. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly you stumble upon a penny worth a whopping $2.5 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, before you start planning your next vacation, let's dive into the world of the 2017 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny and uncover the truth behind its value. Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the fascinating universe of coin collecting. Today, we're tackling a topic that's been buzzing around lately: the supposed $2.5 million 2017 D Lincoln penny. Is it fact or fiction? Let's find out together. First things first, let's get acquainted with our penny in question. The 2017 D Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark. This coin features the Union Shield design on the reverse, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single country. In 2017 alone, over 4.2 billion of these pennies were produced, making them quite common in circulation. Now, let's talk numbers. According to USA Coin Book, a typical 2017 D penny in uncirculated, mint condition is valued at approximately 36 cents. UseACoinBook.com Coin Trackers estimates that these pennies can be worth up to $3 in mint state. So, while finding a pristine 2017D penny might fetch you a few extra cents, it's not exactly a retirement plan. So, where did this $2.5 million figure come from? It's likely a mix-up with some of the rarest pennies in existence. For instance, the 1943 copper Lincoln wheat penny is highly valuable due to its rarity, as most pennies that year were made of steel during World War II. Another example is the 1969 S double die penny, which has been valued at nearly $40,000 due to a unique feature caused by errors in the hubbing process. These coins are the true treasures that fetch high prices at auctions. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was at a local coin show, and a gentleman approached me with a gleam in his eye. He had a 2017 D penny and had heard rumors of its immense value. After a friendly chat and some research, we discovered its actual worth. While he was initially disappointed, it sparked a newfound interest in coin collecting for him. He realized that the thrill isn't just in the monetary value, but in the history and stories each coin carries. In conclusion, while the 2017 D Lincoln penny is a charming piece of modern coinage, it's not going to make you a millionaire. However, the world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and who knows? Your next find might be one of those rare gems that, if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin values and want to stay updated on all things numismatic, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's uncover the treasures hidden in our pockets. Digging through your old change jar, maybe looking for coffee money when you spot a 1979 penny. It's just a penny, right? But what if I told you that a certain 1979 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is supposedly worth a jaw-dropping $2.6 million? Yep, you heard me right. One single penny. More money than most houses. More than a fancy sports car. More than I have in my retirement fund. Because let's be honest, I spend all my extra cash on more coins. But here's the million, or rather, multi-million dollar question. Is it real? Could you actually have one? And what makes it so valuable? Stick around, because we're about to break it all down, from what to look for to whether this price tag is legit. Plus, I'll share a story about how I once thought I hit the jackpot, only to get a reality check faster than you can say coin grading. First things first, let's talk about what makes a penny like this special. In 1979, pennies were mostly struck in two locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D-mint mark. Normally, Philadelphia pennies from this era didn't have a mint mark, and that's totally normal. So why is there talk of one being worth millions? Well, the answer is in coin errors, rarity, and good old-fashioned myths. Sometimes a small batch of coins gets minted with errors that make them super rare. Off-center strikes, double dies, or even crazy things like coins getting struck on the wrong metal. Collectors go nuts for these kinds of mistakes. Now, there have been reports of a 1979 no mint mark penny selling for big money. But let's get real, $2.6 million is pushing it. It turns out a lot of these insane price tags come from fake online auctions and clickbait headlines. But that doesn't mean your 1979 penny is worthless. Some versions of this coin can be worth serious cash, just not in the millions that a regular 1979 no mint mark penny in average circulated condition. It's worth exactly 1 cent. Not great, I know. But if you find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, things start getting interesting. A high-grade MS-67 or better example could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The highest recorded auction sale for a top-tier 1979 penny was around $7,050. Not millions, but still not bad for a coin you probably walk past on the sidewalk. Now, here's where things get fun. Certain errors or varieties of the 1979 penny could be worth a lot more than face value. If Lincoln's face or the lettering looks doubled, that's a sign of a rare double die error. These can fetch $100 to $1,000 depending on condition. If the design is way off center but still shows the full date, these can go for $50 to $500. If a penny was mistakenly struck on a dime's metal planchet, it could be worth $2,000 or more. Full red gem condition. A 1979 penny with a bright, original copper red color in top condition. That's where the big money starts. Now, let me tell you about the time I thought I was sitting on a fortune. I was at a flea market digging through a bin of old coins when I found a 1979 penny that looked different. The color was off, and it had this weird texture. My heart started racing. Could it be some rare error? A misplaced planchet? A multi-million-dollar treasure? I rushed home, grabbed my magnifying glass, and examined it from every angle. Then, just to be sure, I took it to a local coin shop. The guy behind the counter took one look and said, "Yeah, this is just a dirty penny." Turns out, years of being stuck in a vending machine or rolling around in someone's car cup holder had just given it a weird patina. I walked out of there with my dreams crushed, but hey, at least I got a good story out of it. The 1979 no mint mark penny is cool, and some versions can be worth a lot, but don't believe every crazy price you see online. If you think you have a valuable one, check for errors, look at the condition, and get it graded by a professional. And if you love hunting for hidden treasures in your pocket change, make sure to subscribe for more coin tips and strategies. You never know when you might come across the next big money coin. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket that's worth a whopping $2.7 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, before you start emptying your piggy banks, let's dive into the world of the 1978 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny and uncover the truth behind its value. So, you've heard rumors about a 1978 Lincoln penny without a mint mark being worth millions. But is there any truth to this? Today, we're going to explore the fascinating realm of coin collecting, debunk some myths, and maybe even share a laugh or two along the way. First things first, let's talk about that 1978 penny without a mint mark. In 1978, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 5.5 billion pennies, and none of them bore a mint mark. So, if you have a 1978 penny without a mint mark, congratulations, it's completely normal. These pennies are quite common and typically hold their face value of 1 cent. While most 1978 pennies aren't worth more than their face value, condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's worth. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better preservation. A 1978 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, known as mint state, can fetch a bit more, up to a few dollars. For instance, an MS67 Plus RD, red, graded penny sold for over $4,000 in 2014. Now, about that $2.7 million penny, where did this myth originate? While some pennies have fetched high prices at auctions, these are typically rare error coins or those with unique historical significance. For example, the 1943 bronze cent, a mint error, is considered the holy grail of Lincoln cent errors and has fetched high prices at auctions. Speaking of errors, certain pennies with minting mistakes can be quite valuable. These errors include double dies, off-center strikes, and wrong planchet errors. For instance, a 1969 S double die penny has been valued at nearly $40,000 due to its unique features. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I decided to rummage through my old coin jar, hoping to find a hidden treasure. Armed with a magnifying glass and a lot of enthusiasm, I examined each penny, dreaming of striking it rich. After hours of searching, the most exciting find was a 1982 penny with a slight discoloration. Turns out, it had just been through the washing machine. While I didn't discover a fortune, I gained a newfound appreciation for the intricacies of coin design and the thrill of the hunt. While the 1978 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny isn't going to make you a millionaire, the world of coin collecting is filled with fascinating stories, valuable errors, and the joy of discovery. Next time you find a penny in your pocket, take a closer look. You never know what history you might be holding. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pennies and want to learn more about coins that could be hiding valuable secrets, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's uncover the treasures in our pockets together. Hey there, fellow treasure hunters. Imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions, hoping to find enough change for that extra large pizza, when suddenly you stumble upon a penny. But not just any penny, a 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Could this humble coin be your ticket to a $2.8 million payday? Well, before you start planning your luxury yacht purchase, let's dive into the world of coin collecting and uncover the truth about this elusive penny. First things first, let's talk about mint marks. In the world of U.S. coins, a mint mark indicates where a coin was produced. For example, a D signifies the Denver Mint, while an S represents San Francisco. But what if there's no mint mark at all? Typically, pennies without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and this is standard for many years, including 1989. Not really. Millions of these pennies were produced, making them quite common. In circulated condition, they're usually worth, you guessed it, 1 cent. Even in uncirculated condition, they might fetch a modest premium, but nothing close to a life-changing sum. Now, about that eye-popping $2.8 million figure. This staggering amount is more commonly associated with ultra-rare coins like the 1943 bronze cent, a coin minted in copper during a year when pennies were supposed to be made of steel due to wartime metal shortages. One of these rare specimens fetched over $500,000 at auction. As for the 1989 penny, there's no credible record of any such coin reaching anywhere near $2.8 million. In fact, even notable error coins from that year don't come close to this valuation. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I found a 1989 penny without a mint mark and thought I'd hit the jackpot. Dreams of beachfront properties danced in my head. I excitedly took it to a local coin dealer who, after a hearty chuckle, informed me it was worth 1 cent. Lesson learned. Not all that glitters or doesn't have a mint mark is gold.so. What's the moral of the story? While it's fun to imagine that a simple penny could be worth millions, the reality is that the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny is, for the most part, just another penny. But don't let that deter you. There are genuine treasures out there in the coin world, and with a keen eye and a bit of knowledge, you might just find one. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting myths and truths, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of enthusiasts, and stay tuned for more tips on spotting coins worth more than just pocket change. All right, picture this. You're at the grocery store, you pay in cash, rare, I know, and the cashier hands you back some pennies. You barely glance at them before shoving them into your pocket. But what if I told you that one of those pennies, yes, that little copper coin nobody cares about, could be worth nearly $3 million? Yeah, you heard me right. There's a 2016 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that's worth a mind-blowing $2.9 million. And the crazy part? It looks almost exactly like every other penny in your change jar right now. Today, we're diving deep into this rare penny, how to spot it, and why it's worth so much. So, before you dump that pile of pennies into a Coinstar machine, stop. You might just be throwing away a fortune. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost made the biggest mistake of my life with a penny. So, years ago, I was rolling up my spare change, getting ready to cash in at the bank. I had a whole pile of pennies, and like most people, I wasn't paying much attention. But then I saw this weird-looking penny. Something felt off about it. It was shinier than usual, and the lettering looked slightly different. I thought, it's probably just a normal penny, and almost tossed it into the roll. Luckily, curiosity got the best of me, and I decided to check it online. Turns out, it was a rare 1992 close AM penny worth hundreds of dollars. That moment changed everything for me. I realized just how easy it is to overlook valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Now, let's talk about the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny that's got the coin world buzzing. First things first, what's the deal with this 2016 penny? Why would anyone pay millions for a coin you could find in your couch cushions? It all comes down to a minting error. This particular penny was struck without a mint mark, which means it was likely produced in Philadelphia, but without the little P that normally goes on these coins. Now, you might be thinking, but wait, aren't pennies from Philadelphia usually missing a mint mark? Yes, but this one has something special, an ultra-rare die variety combined with a high-grade condition. It's an oddball, a mistake that never should have happened, and collectors go crazy for mistakes. All right, if you're now frantically dumping out your piggy bank, here's what you need to look for. It must be a 2016 penny, and it won't have a little D or S below the year. The $1 million versions are in pristine, untouched condition. If it looks like it's been through a blender, it's probably not worth millions. Some of these pennies have doubling in the lettering or other unique features that make them even more valuable. The auction that shook the coin world. So, how did this penny reach $2.9 million? A collector at a major auction saw this mistake and knew it was something special. The final bid? Nearly $3 million. Imagine explaining that to your spouse. So, the next time you get change back from a cashier, don't just stuff it in your pocket and forget about it. That tiny little penny could be worth more than your house. And if you're thinking, this is cool, but I wouldn't even know where to start with coin collecting, don't worry, I've got you covered. Subscribe to this channel because every week I break down the most valuable coins hiding in plain sight, teach you simple strategies to spot them, and help you turn spare change into serious cash. Hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and start checking your pennies. You never know, you might just be holding on to a $2.9 million payday. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly, you stumble upon a 1968 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat as you recall hearing whispers about such a coin being worth a cool $1 million. Could it be? Is this humble penny your ticket to the Millionaires Club? Well, before you start planning your dream vacation, let's dive deep into the world of the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and uncover the truth behind its value. We explore the fascinating stories behind everyday coins that could be hiding treasures in plain sight. Today, we're focusing on a 1968 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. We'll unravel the myths, share some laughs, and by the end, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to spot valuable coins and maybe even impress your friends at the next trivia night. First things first, let's talk about mint marks. In U.S. coinage, the mint mark indicates where a coin was produced. For example, a D represents the Denver Mint and signifies the San Francisco Mint. If there's no mint mark, it typically means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. In 1968, Philadelphia struck over 1.7 billion Lincoln pennies without a mint mark. So, finding a 1968 penny without a mint mark is about as rare as finding a selfie at a tourist spot. Pretty darn common. The $1 million question. While the 1968 no-mint mark penny is common, certain pennies are indeed worth a fortune. For instance, the 1943 bronze cent, a rare error coin, fetched over $500,000 at auction. Similarly, the 1969 S double die penny, known for its distinctive doubling effect, has been valued at nearly $40,000. These coins are valuable due to their rarity and unique errors during production, not just because they're old or lack a mint mark. Let me share a little story. A few years ago, I was at a garage sale and spotted a jar filled with old coins. Among them was a 1968 penny without a mint mark. My heart raced as I thought, could this be the jackpot? I rushed home, did some research, and quickly realized that while it wasn't worth millions, it did spark a newfound passion for coin collecting. That humble penny led me down a rabbit hole of history, art, and the thrill of the hunt. So, how can you tell if your penny is worth more than face value? Coins with minting errors, like double dies or misprints, are often valuable. The 1955 double die penny is a famous example. Certain years and mint marks are rarer than others. For example, the 1909 SVB penny is highly sought after by collectors. A coin in pristine condition, known as mint state, is worth more than one that's been through the ringer. Even common coins can fetch a higher price if they're in excellent condition. While the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny won't make you an overnight millionaire, it's a fascinating piece of history and a gateway into the intriguing world of coin collecting. So, next time you find a peculiar coin in your change, take a moment to appreciate its journey and the stories it might tell. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin lore, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join our community of enthusiasts as we continue to explore coins worth money share collecting strategies, and maybe even uncover some hidden treasures together. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and nestled between a dime and a nickel, you find a humble 1969 D. Lincoln penny. You think it's just a penny, right? But what if I told you that this little copper coin could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your entire retirement fund? Intrigued? Well, stick around because today we're diving deep into the world of the 1969 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that might just make you a millionaire. First, let's get to know our coin a bit better. The 1969 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark, and features the familiar profile of Honest Abe on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Over 4 billion of these pennies were struck, making them quite common in circulation. So what makes some of them so special? The real treasure lies in the errors. Certain 1969 D pennies have what's known as a floating roof, error on the reverse side. This occurs when the lines connecting the roof of the Lincoln Memorial to the rest of the building are missing, giving the illusion that the roof is floating. Coins with this error have been listed on platforms like eBay for significant amounts, with some sellers asking for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. However, it's essential to note that while sellers may list coins at high prices, the actual sale price depends on what buyers are willing to pay. The value of these error coins can vary based on their condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale and bought an old jar filled with coins for just a couple of bucks. One rainy afternoon, I decided to sort through them, because who doesn't love a good treasure hunt? Amidst the nickels and dimes, I found a 1969 D penny with a floating roof error. My heart raced faster than a kid on a sugar high. I sent it off for grading, and while it didn't fetch millions, it did sell for a tidy sum, funding my next vacation. Moral of the story? Always check your change. You never know what gems you might find. Look closely at the Lincoln Memorial. If the roof appears to be floating, meaning the lines connecting it to the building are missing, you might have an error coin. Another error to watch for is the absence of the designer's initials, FG for Frank Gasparo, on the reverse side. Coins missing these initials can also be valuable. The coin's condition significantly impacts its value. Coins with minimal where uncirculated or mint state are worth more than those that have been heavily circulated in the world of coin collecting. Knowledge is your best tool. That penny jingling in your pocket could be worth more than you ever imagined. So, next time you come across a 1969 D. Lincoln penny, take a moment to inspect it. You might just strike gold that if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin hunting and want to uncover more treasures hidden in your everyday change, hit that subscribe button and join our community of coin enthusiasts. Share your stories, ask questions, and let's embark on this numismatic journey together. Remember, the next big find could be just a penny away. Don't let potential treasures slip through your fingers. Subscribe now for more tips, tricks, and tales from the world of coin collecting. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and let's turn that pocket change into life-changing finds. Hello, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2004 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change. But could it really be worth $1.2 million? Let's find out. You're sifting through your loose change, and there it is, a shiny 2004 penny with Abraham Lincoln's familiar profile. No mint mark in sight. Your heart races as you recall hearing about rare coins fetching astronomical prices. Could this humble penny be your ticket to millionaire status? First things first, let's decode what no mint mark means. In the United States, coins are minted at various facilities, primarily Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, marked with a D. A 2004 penny without a mint mark was produced in Philadelphia, and with over 3.3 billion pennies minted that year, they're quite common. Now, about that $1.2 million price tag. While it's true that some pennies have fetched high prices at auctions, these are typically rare errors or unique specimens. For example, the 1943 copper wheat penny, a rare error coin, has been known to sell for up to $500,000. However, a standard 2004 no-mint mark penny doesn't fall into this category. Coins with mistakes like double dies or off-center strikes are highly sought after, rare variants. Pennies from years with low production numbers or unique features. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are more valuable. A noticeable doubling of the date and lettering makes this penny worth thousands. Initially thought to be counterfeit, this error coin can fetch significant sums. For the 2004 no-mint mark penny, unless it has a significant minting error, its value remains close to face value. Even in uncirculated condition, it might fetch a modest premium, but nowhere near millions. Let me share a quick story. A few years back, I found a 1983 penny that looked a bit odd. After some research, I discovered it was a rare copper alloy cent from that year, one of the few minted before the switch to zinc. I had it appraised, and while it didn't make me a millionaire, it was worth a couple of $100, a pleasant surprise from pocket change. While the dream of finding a $1.2 million penny in your change jar is enticing, the reality is that most 2004 no-mint mark pennies are worth their face value. However, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and knowledge is your best tool. So, keep checking your change. You never know what treasures you might uncover. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin values and want to learn more about spotting valuable coins, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button, share with fellow treasure hunters, and stay tuned for more coin collecting tips and stories. All right, folks, let me ask you something. Have you ever dropped a penny and thought, not worth picking up? Well, what if I told you that little copper coin could be worth $1.3 million? Yep, you heard me right. One single 1981 Lincoln penny, without a mint mark, just made someone a millionaire. And the best part? You might have one sitting in your pocket in that old coin jar, or, let's be real, under the couch cushions. Today, we're diving deep into this legendary penny. How did it become so valuable? What makes it special? And, most importantly, how do you check if you have one? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you could be searching your change like a detective on a mission. Before we get into the details, let me tell you a quick story about the time I almost threw away a valuable coin. A few years back, I was sorting through some pocket change, not paying much attention. I had a pile of pennies, and let's be honest, most of them looked like they had survived a nuclear apocalypse. So I did what any normal person would do. I tossed a handful into the take a penny, leave a penny tray at a gas station. Fast forward a week, I learned about a rare penny that looked just like the ones I'd casually given away. My heart sank. I sped back to that gas station like it was a high-speed chase in a Hollywood movie. Spoiler alert, the tray was empty. I may have unknowingly given away a small fortune for free. Lesson learned, never ignore your pennies. The $1.3 million 1981 no-mint mark penny. All right, let's talk about why this specific penny is making headlines. Most pennies have a little letter under the ear. D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no letter for Philadelphia. But in 1981, something unusual happened. A batch of pennies was struck without the mint mark, even though they weren't supposed to be. That mistake created a rarity. Over the years, collectors have been hunting for these error coins, and as demand grew, so did the price. Fast forward to today. One of these bad boys just sold for $1.3 million. Yes, a coin that people used to ignore at vending machines is now worth more than a luxury home. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for, how to find out if you're sitting on a fortune. Grab any 1981 penny and check under the ear. If there's no mint mark, you might be in luck. The better the condition, the higher the value. If it's shiny and crisp, that's a good sign. If it looks like it's been run over by a truck, well, still check. A genuine 1981 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it's way off, you might have a fake. If you think you've struck gold, take it to a coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts can confirm if you have a real deal. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay $1.3 million for a penny? Well, coin collectors love rare mistakes. When a mint messes up, those coins become super valuable because they're unique. Think of it like a limited edition sneaker drop. except this sneaker is made of copper and can buy you a yacht. Plus, there's nostalgia. People love collecting pennies because they remind them of childhood piggy banks, coin hunts with their grandparents, and simpler times. That emotional connection, mixed with rarity, drives the price up. So, what's the moral of today's story? Check your pennies. Don't let $1 million mistake slip through your fingers like I did. The next time you get change at the grocery store, don't just shove in your pocket. Take a second. You might be holding a life-changing coin. And hey, if you found this video helpful, or at least entertaining, hit that subscribe button. I'm always sharing tips on coins worth serious money, so you don't miss out on hidden treasures. Turn on those notifications, grab your magnifying glass, and let's hunt for more valuable coins together. Who knows? Your next penny could be worth more than a portion.